All right. We're gonna get started here in just a few moments. Just a few moments, and we're gonna really speak about some things that has literally allowed myself, my wife, to be in a great position to earn six figures from home. So we want to really share a plan with you guys, something that we've been working on for the past 6 years, since 2009, and it's really paying off. So we're gonna get to it right in, I would say, about maybe 2 more minutes. We'll make sure everything is set up. All right. Green, we're gonna get started in just a moment, brother. Appreciate you getting on.
Sir.
You can hear me clear?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. You go ahead and put this on. Setting everything up. I see that there are some people joining in. We're gonna get started in just a few moments. All right. We'll give it about maybe 30 more seconds. Perfect. Get started here. Sorry, guys. Making sure everything lined up so when we do go into the information, it will be effective. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I see that we have a few people on the YouTube event page, so thank you guys for joining us on this webinar. My name is Adrian Townsend. I'm trying to put this name tag down here, but it's giving me some technical difficulties. Please enter a preset title. I'm gonna go ahead and go with it, just so everybody would know that we respect their time. All right, again, my name is Adrian Townsend. I am the CEO of the Next Level Group Dream Team. We have several divisions under the Next Level Group, and one of the divisions we will talk about is a financial plan, something that we've been working over the past, I would say, about 6 years. I have my partner, Mr. Jamal Green, one of my top leaders, and he's also a CEO himself of a business that he actually started as well recently. And we want to really share with you guys an experience. And I would say, most times when people say, I want to share an opportunity with you, that kind of became a cliche, so say, but I wanted to really share with you guys an experience and a journey that myself and my business partner, Mr. Jamal Green, has experienced over the past 6 years. It's been an incredible journey. Most of what I cherish about the journey that we will be sharing with you guys over the next 10 minutes is really the excitement, the personal development, the association, the financial gain. I would say, honestly, was the last part of what I really love about this experience, because I came to realize when I first joined this exciting programming project that we're working on It was all about, of course, making the money, in which we did the first month. We earned an additional $1,500 without me having a job, and without me knowing how to speak, without me having it, that vernacular, or knowing how to arrange words together, or how to present. I was shy. I didn't, too much associate with certain with certain groups, and I just simply, learned a system that we will be sharing with you guys. And through that system, at the age of 19, we've grown an incredible business. I'm currently 25 years of age now. I have a wife. I have 2 kids. One is 8 months, going on 9 months, and another one is 3. Their name is Israel and Judah. And I am blessed right now to be able to stay home with them. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really, right now, this is my first time really staying home with them. And I really want to really send a shout out to those who may be single parents, single fathers, single mothers, because it is definitely a full-time job. I think my mentor says that that's one of the lowest paying jobs out there as parents, is really just to stay at home with their kids, because there's a lot of work associated with it. But you have the pleasure to really experience the things that really truly matter in life. So let's get right into it. Again, my name is Adrian Townsend. My background is entrepreneurship. I went to school to South Carolina State University as a Carolina Bulldog. Be honest with you, I learned a little bit. I went to school for business management and marketing. Went to school, it was okay. Somehow, some way, I was shifted to beef school due to a situation that happened to me personally back in 2009. And I came home, but I always had a desire to really become an entrepreneur. I remember back when I was 15, me and my wife, now when we was dating, took her on a battery, and I said, well, hey, honey, I really want to own a chain of hotels. This is when I was 15. I didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't know that I would be in this frame of mind at the age of 25, but I said it out of my mouth, and I believe that that was God's way of really showing me His path for me at that early age. And fast forward, it just was, it fell into my lap. Just to get really, into it, what happened was that I was in a situation where I couldn't go back off to school due to health issues. And a young lady at the doctor's office saw me, and she said that I had a great smile. And she shared with me this plan, just like I'm about to share with you guys now. And she literally she didn't say too much. She just gave me a DVD to look at, looked at the DVD, and by me looking at the DVD, it just simply made sense. Of course, at first I had some type of mentality like, oh man, that's one of those scams, or everybody at the top makes all the money, or it's a product that everybody could actually have. But it was something that I actually needed at that time, was the membership. And because I used that membership 3 days later, it actually, it sold me. I said, well, this is actually, a life-changing product. And because of that, ladies and gentlemen, I said, well, I will share it for free, but why don't I become an affiliate or a referral partner with this company that I'm about to share with you guys. Okay, all right, so the project that we've been working on over the last 5 years, 6 years is Legal Shield. And reason why I want to really start off with what I've experienced with the product is simply because everything revolves around the product and the service that I've been able to experience over the past 6 years. And I wanted to really show you guys some things that I have been blessed to experience, and why I'm involved in this company. But disregard the picture. Somehow they kind of hold on one second. Let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. All right, perfect. Disregard the picture, ladies and gentlemen. They somehow got me as a minor. I don't know how they did that, but as you see, on not too long ago, I got a ticket doing a 60 and a 35. I was on the way to an appointment, and this was actually in January. And what happened was that this was a $445 ticket, right? And I remember getting that ticket, and I told the officer straight up, listen, I was speeding. I don't really know what, how fast I was going, but I agreed that I was speeding. And he just simply said, you know what, you got to slow down, sir. Here's your court date. Here's a $450 ticket. You know, one of the things that, you know, what I used to do, man, I used to be pissed off because those things really came up at an inconvenient time. You know, we all been through there, right? But the thing that separated me from most people is this. After I experienced that ticket, I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna call my law firm. I'm gonna call my lawyer. And most of us, when we hear lawyers and attorneys, we don't necessarily think about, you know, the day-to-day life situations like that. You know, when you got a speeding ticket, you didn't think about calling a law firm, right? You know, no. So what I was able to do, I was able to, you know, pull up my application. If you can see it here now. All right, and what I was able to do was I was able to press this one button, and I was able to contact my law firm. Now, the law firm is closed now, but I will give you an understanding of what it would sound like.
Hello, you've reached Law, Merritt Webb, the South Carolina provider firm for Legal Shield. We are presently closed.
So as you saw, it was I think the next couple of days I called them, and I mean this lady literally just said, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna get in contact with the sheriff, and I'm gonna see if we can work this out, guys." Because this was a 6-point ticket, and I was on the way to an appointment for my son. He was getting surgery on his ears, and on the way in, she called me. She said, "Well, let me go ahead and give the sheriff a call." And on the way out, about 2 hours later, you know, she gave me a call and said, well, hey, we was able to work something out. Instead of a 6-point ticket and paying $450, let's reduce that to $189 with no points off my record. You know, I didn't even have to literally go to court, although I still showed up. I didn't literally have to go to court. As a matter of fact, I missed the court date. I thought it was on the wrong day, but I came on the wrong day, believe it or not. But they said, you know, they already had everything arranged with your law firm or your lawyer. So that's the type of things that I wanted to share with you guys on what I've been experiencing. Another situation, another friend of mine, you know, he had a situation where he went to a dealership and, you know, he literally, you know, got his credit ran without his permission, of course. And, you know, of course, you know, we know that once our credit is ran, what happens? You know, guess what? It lowers our score because of the inquiries. So how many of us went through that situation before? I know how I've been. You know, I've sold cars before, so I understand what they say to get people to get that credit pulled so they can kind of understand where they actually lie at. So what happened was is that, you know, he went to a dealership where he actually saw a car that he wanted, but because that dealership, that certain dealership had ran his credit so much, his score went down, which would raise his interest rate for the bank that they actually chose and got him approved for. And this is one of the letters that they actually sent. And as you see, this is the law firm and everything, and I don't want to get too much into who his name was, but long story short, he was able to he got a check for $3,000 as you saw because he was able to contact what? His Legal Shield attorney. Now, when you think about law firms and attorneys, you think about thousands of dollars, right? Or when you think about law firms and attorneys, you think about, man, these guys are going to bill me hourly. Guys, we have a program that literally you could, you know, really invest $20. It's the cheapest bill in your house, but it's the biggest dog in your house because all of those insurances that you're paying, all of those, you know, the car notes that you're paying, the car insurance, the home insurance, the life insurance, and all these different insurances that we pay, you know, when these guys don't want to pay, you know, like I had a situation earlier, you know, where we had some situations with AT&T, you know, they literally cost me a lot of money. And I was able to literally say, man, you know, why don't I just call my law firm instead of me hassling and wrestling these guys? So you literally have the ability to talk to an attorney without worrying about an hourly bill with these guys. So if you literally can pick up at least, you know, 56 cents a day, literally 2 quarters and a dime a day, you can have a law firm to protect your family. It's kind of like this. I mean, what would you feel to have you, your family, and your spouse, anybody that's in your household that's under the age of 18, if they're in college under the age of 26, to be covered under an umbrella with legal services? I mean, how would you feel, you know, for less than $20 a month? That's what I've gotten passionate about, and because of these situations where people have been getting checks, because of situations where one of my friends got a check for $20,000, I was able to just to share those experiences for free, and because of that, you know, these guys literally paid me thousands of dollars over the past 6 years. But what I wanted to really do now is really get into our resume. Let's get into it. What we have already done. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, this is what Legal Shield has already done, and let's talk about the compensation plan. where your business can take you. Listen, we've already paid over $1 billion to our associates over the past decade. More than 7,000 are earning anywhere from $1,000 to $25,000 a year, with more than 500 earning between $25,000 and $100,000 per year. Many are earning $100,000 and $1 million per year with Legal Shield. You know, simply by doing this, guys. Let me go up and scroll up into how we actually share this. So, you guys are familiar with the insurance agencies, right? You know, it's something like this: is when you have something that you want to share. You know, we have what we call a referral partnership program, where every time you refer somebody to our services, that helps so many families out, and we currently have 1.5 million families that got our service. You know, you guys, you literally actually have the ability to get paid, and this is just working on one of our top plans, which is $39.85. You know, if you're just starting out as an intern, I call it, junior associate, every time you refer somebody to services, notice I said refer. I didn't say sell. I didn't say close. I didn't say these sales tactics. When you share this experience that you've been experiencing with our service, you know, you literally, these guys are going to pay you anywhere from $38 to $279 every time you share this plan. Now, what does that simply mean? You know, maybe your grandmother may be going through a situation with her home refinancing, you know, or maybe you're thinking about buying a car and you want that contract reviewed. You know, if you're looking into doing those life things, like most people during tax time, they go purchase cars, but they don't actually understand what those contracts mean. Instead of you trying to figure that out and signing those things, you literally can have your law firm, you know, look at that for free without charging you for it. Where if you do the traditional way of that, you know, these guys are going to charge you $200 every time you share that or send a page over for them to review. But, you know, you can literally send your grandma to a website or give her a link or give her a DVD that explains this product. And literally, you know, she literally invests $40 into her household to be protected with the law firm. And guess what? The company is going to pay you what? $38 to $38, which is $76 every time you share that plan. So after you do that 5 times, guys, literally, you know, you're going to get promoted to an associate. So what does that mean? Every time you send in $39 to the company, these guys are going to pay you $114. Now, let's do the math. The average job pays $10 an hour, right? Or let's just say $20 an hour. You know, how long would it take for you to make $114? You know, let's just say it takes you maybe 5 hours for those who got, you know, a $20 an hour job, which is a great thing. You know, but for those who have the standard $10 an hour job, let's be honest, you know, it's going to take you quite some time to make $114. But literally, you could be, you know, at your house giving somebody a link from YouTube to literally check it out. They tell you, hey, man, I'm looking for some type of legal services. I don't want to pay the traditional $300 an hour. Man, guess what? Within 24 to 48 hours, these guys are going to pay you $114. You know, you do that 5 times, guys. That's what, a mortgage payment. You know, you do that 5 times. That's what, paying maybe your, you know, a car note, maybe your insurance. You know, you do that a little bit more. Guess what? The company, every time you send $39, the company is going to pay you what, $153. Guys, this is how I made $1,500 in my first month. I just literally called some of my friends that I knew that possibly could use this service, and I had my business partner come over with me, and they literally answered the questions after they looked at the video, and I shared it with about maybe 10 to 15 people, and they all signed up. It made sense. It's the cheapest bill in the house. It's $20. So when they say, man, I'd rather pay $20 than $200 an hour, it just made sense to them, so they signed up. But this is the second way we get paid. See, the first way I just told you guys is when you personally share this opportunity with somebody, right? But literally, as you build a team, I should say a brokerage, for instance, if you have a friend that's motivated to maybe earn some additional income for their maybe for their household, you know, you can actually build a team. So let's just say that you have earned a position of a senior associate, okay, right here, and you have maybe Billy that comes on board with you that says, man, you know, Sally, I really want to join this this awesome, incredible plan. I got maybe 10 friends right now that wants it. They sign up maybe like 5 to 10 people. Let's just say 5 people. Guess what? 5 times 76 is $383. But you're going to get paid the difference. Just like a car dealership where a sales manager receives an override when a salesperson sells a car, or just like when that real estate agent sells a property and that broker gets a percentage off that house, it's the same exact way. So every time that Billy sells a plan for $39.85, they're going to send him $76. But because he's a part of your agency per se, they're going to pay you the difference between your position and his position, which is 38 plus 38, which is roughly close to $80 every time Billy sends in a plan. Now this is where the six-figure plan comes into play, because most successful people would tell you that they leverage other people's time versus you having your own time to generate your income. Let me ask you this question. Who do you know right now that's a multi-millionaire that doesn't have a team? Let's think about Oprah Winfrey. She has 420 people in her organization. Let's think about Steve Jobs. He has a large team. Let's think about all the people that you can think about. Let's go in the entertainment field. Rick Ross, Jay-Z, some of these guys that we know. Most of the guys that are successful, the women that are successful in business, they have started or they have cultivated a team. And the only way to get ahead, or I should say become wealthy in America, is to develop a team and to leverage your time, okay? So that's how team overrides become, because it literally, if you get, Billy to market 10 memberships, guess what? That's an extra $400 in your bank account, without you knowing who actually was signed up. Not including you doing 5 memberships, that's $600. That's $600 plus your $400. Guess what? That's an extra $1,000 a month part-time. You save that for 36 months, guys. That's a great down payment on a house. We're talking about just side income. And the last part I'm going to share with you guys this evening is actually the lifetime residual income. Now, this is where it gets insane. Guys, how many of us got cable television? How many of us, have a cell phone where we pay a monthly subscription to? We go to a gym. Guys, you got to understand that most people who have a subscription-based business, they have what we call reoccurring income. It's just like life insurance. That person may have came to your house, to your grandmother's house, your mother's house, and they literally simply went to their house one time, but because they pay on a monthly basis, they are able to receive a percentage of every time they make that payment. So let's say, for instance, you build a book of business in 12 to 13 months of maybe 100 members. Guess what? If that person pays or stays on the books and you get, what, if they got a $39.85 plan, guess what? They're going to give you anywhere from 1% to 18% from you personally. But this is the great thing. Every person on your team that signs up someone, you're going to get 5% to 25% on what we call residual income. For instance, how many times have they came to set up your cable or your DirecTV bill or your DirecTV set up in your house? One time, right? But you pay them every single month. It's the same exact thing. We set these families and these businesses up one time without service. They pay every month. We're going to receive anywhere from 1% to 25% of that bill after you, what we call mature, and that's on the 13th month, as you see here. Advanced commissions created by debit balance, blah, blah. After the 13th month, they're going to continue to pay, and when they continue to pay, you're going to get 1% to 25% of that. That means that you can literally, after about 5 to 6 years, you can have, like one of my business partners have, he has $25,000 of residual income coming into his household, whether he works or not, whether he gets out of bed or not, whether he just feels like getting out of the bed or not, guys. Literally, without him doing anything else, him and his family is going to get $25,000 a month. Guys, that's huge, and that's why we call it the six-figure plan. So what I would like to do now to close it up, I would like to literally really get my business partner, Mr. Jamal Green, before we close, really get him to share his experience with Legal Shield and what Legal Shield has really done for him. So Mr. Jamal Green, I'll go ahead and turn the webinar over to you, sir.
Hello everyone. Like you said, my name is Jamal Green. I've been with Legal Shield for approximately about 5 years now, and it's been tremendous for me. And how I actually stumbled across Legal Shield was through a gentleman that Mr. Townsend introduced, who's actually my barber, Mr. Antonio Rivers. And he knew I was actually looking for something where I could supplement my income. I'd been on my job at the time, maybe about 7, 8 years, and I've been getting I got a few raises, but definitely not getting paid what I was worth. So I was looking for something that could help ramp up the income, and I was actually trying to become a barber in his barber shop until he approached me with this. And my first my first statement to him was, I don't want to do that. And he was like, man, before you close the door on the opportunity, at least take a look at the information. So I took the time out to come check out what they call a Tuesday night briefing. And to my surprise, the membership made sense. I could have used it dozens of times in my adult years. And as they got to the compensation, I saw that he would be making about $172 just for getting me enrolled, and he didn't do the presentation. So I thought about it. I was like, wow, he didn't do the presentation. He just mainly leaned over, asked me a question once or twice during the presentation. Someone else helped me with the paperwork. I said, that was pretty simple. Plus, I know a lot of people. So I said, I'm in. So I got started that day, and I made about a little over $1,500 my first 30 days. Best day as of now with the company is the $2,300 payday. I'm currently driving a BMW that the company pays $500 a month on, just for me doing some simple, consistent work, which is being in what they call a performance club, where you do 5 members or 5 points on a monthly basis for a year consecutively. And Legal Shield will say, hey, just for being consistent, we want to pay your note on a BMW, just so we can brand our company with the ultimate driving machine. So not only have I made some great income on a very, very part-time basis, I've learned a lot of business principles. No one grows up in life saying, I want to be a Legal Shield agent. But this can be a stepping stone, a foundation. What a Legal Shield has allowed me to do is definitely mainly learn a lot of business principles, and definitely learn how to go towards becoming debt-free and opening other avenues. I just started my LLC earlier this month, Elite Ventures International, and what that is an investment and marketing company that's going to allow me to continue to open other businesses. And all that is because I got around the right people, networking with the right people, one being a local Legal Shield associate by the name of Franka Cohen, who's a multi-millionaire. So not only can you make great income by making a difference, which is empowering families and small businesses, you can also network with other business professionals.
Wow.
So Legal Shield is definitely a great tool if you choose to work it. Just to be transparent, the average person doesn't do anything. Because the average person takes it as a lottery ticket. They buy in and hoping to hit big without really putting any effort.
Wow.
So if you take Legal Shield and you use it as a tool that it is, you can definitely create some tremendous income. And one of my one thing that I anticipate with Legal Shield is going to be the next insurance field. Could you imagine being one of the founders of someone for Blue Cross Blue Shield, or a founder for someone with Allstate?
Wow.
I see myself as setting up distribution points and having, say, a Legal Shield store in every county. And now that residual income is $100,000 a month, $1 million a month. So I anticipate what Legal Shield is going to. It's a great system where it's very simple, where you can do it on the go, on the fly. I do a lot of my business right through Facebook. Sometime in what they call instant marketing, where you say I'm in the grocery store, hand out a card, hand out a DVD, and just split-second marketing. But that's a little bit about myself and what I love about Legal Shield, and I'll turn it back over to you, Mr. Tom.
Wow, perfect, man. You know, you did a great job, man. And I just remember that day you came on board with our organization, man. And just to see the development, the growth, and also to see that, you know, you've developed the skills to open up other businesses, you know, and just that now you're driving that beautiful BMW, that the company is taking care of. And now to see that you're on the way to executive director, we're excited to see that. And this is truly yet to come. So we're going to go ahead and close it out, guys. It's just like this. Mr. Green said it best. It's all about getting in at the right time. You know, like he said, imagine being one of the first founders or one of the first marketers of the cell phones. Imagine being one of the first people to distribute computers into people's homes. When people said, man, I don't need that big thing in my house. Or, you know, when you was, imagine you being around when people said, man, I'm not carrying a phone in my hand. But somebody made the decision to say, listen, there will be one day that someone is going to have one of these little small things, right? And they're going to be talking on a cell phone. Imagine if you was one of the first people to market that plan, you know, or when auto insurance came out with the health insurance industry, which is $1 trillion industry. Imagine being the first people to market that. Guys, we're in that stage. We're in that. Right now we have 1.4 million families. We're only at a 2% market penetration. We've been around for 40+ years. The credibility is there. If you want to really look us up, you know, really go to Yelp. Go to Yelp and type in LegalShield.com, and you can really see that we have an A+ rating on a Better Business Bureau, which is BBB.com. You know, the credibility is there, the longevity is there, the structure is there, the leadership is there, and more importantly, guys, you know, the product is there, the service is there. We don't have to sell this. We share this and people want it because there's nothing else like this. All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close the webinar. We will be doing more webinars like this in the near time. So just be on the lookout for my texts, or if you want to really reach out to me on Facebook, go to Adrian Entrepreneurs Townsend. It's Entrepreneurs with an S. So go to Adrian Entrepreneurs with an S Townsend, or if you want to reach out to my business partner, look up Jamal Green. That's Jamol Green with an E at the end, and you can really see who we are, what we're about. You know, we're real people. We're normal. So it's nothing superficial about what we do. It's just that we're putting ourselves and positioning ourselves in front of a great trend that's about to explode in your market. So with that, hit me up if you want. My phone number is 843-609-1005. Text me. Let me know that you are wanting more information. I'll be glad to share what we are excited about. So that'll be it. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us.